Hey, y'all. It's really loud. That's what I get for not checking the game before starting the episode. Hey, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Let's PlayStation now. Oh, good. There's no way to change volume. Jesus Christ. Well, give me a second. Try to make this less egregious. Holy Moses. Da 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 da, really, really loud. What if I do that? How does that tickle your fanciness? Is your fanciness tickled? Okay. Well, we certainly wasted some time there. Hey, guess what? It's me, Kevbo Rose. You can see it right on the profile right there. Hey, it's me. We're PlayStationing. Now, we're doing a thing. We're breaking bricks. Today we're gonna break some bricks, you know? Sometimes you just need to break some bricks. If my old Uncle Sal, construction worker, knew anything right, it was about breaking bricks. Oh boy, we're breaking bricks. Hey, you guys remember these types of games? I feel like Arkanoid was maybe the first. Here's something that sucks about this game. The friggin' delay in the friggin' controls. PlayStation Now's got to get that fixed, I feel like, because I don't know if things are just getting worse over time or what, but this thing has only one speed. The paddle, I mean, has one speed, and that speed is too fast, and it has a big delay on when I press the button. You might even be able to see with me moving my hands around how slowly this thing is responding. But it's a good solid half second of delay, which makes things, oh my god, which makes things really, really difficult for a game like this, where you gotta be on time. You gotta be at the right place at the right time. If you wanna break all the bricks, you gotta get the right place, right time. Y'all played Arkanoid before? That's what this reminds me of, right? That was one of the first ones that was in the arcade. It had God, these controls suck. It's gonna be a great 30 minutes, guys. Hey, this game sucks. So I'm gonna start. We'll start right off by saying this game sucks. If the controls weren't complete garbage, thanks to PlayStation Now's horrible delay that I'm really starting to have a fucking problem with. Really starting to have an issue with how many games are affected by this delay. Oh, cool. Let's start again. We're gonna be here a while. Hey, how are you guys doing? You guys doing all right? Arkanoid had a little twisty dial, which was really cool. You know, in our arcade machines back then, you know, there was one game per machine. You could really dedicate the entire build of the machine, you know, to be in service of one particular game. So Arkanoid, with the brick breaking, it had this dial. It was basically just a dial that you would twist like this, and it was like a one-to-one. It felt like a one-to-one type control. Like, as you turned the dial, you really felt like you were moving that paddle exactly where it needed to go, and it was very responsive, and that's what was required. If there's one thing you could say about all those games back in the day, it's that they were fucking responsive. Pac-Man and all that stuff, you couldn't have all of the high score challenges and world records and all that nonsense if the game just didn't control right, like this one doesn't. And this is a new game, by the way, or new at the time. This is a PlayStation 4 game, if you can believe that. Most of the games on PlayStation Now, in addition to having this horrible crap-ass delay that's happening from pretty much every game that I touch on PlayStation Now, it seems. it also is not like it's not a PlayStation 3 game. Usually you have to deal with the fact that like the game is kind of crappy to begin with because it was a PS3 game, but this game has no excuse. It's friggin' brand new. It's maybe, as of this recording, it's maybe a year old. So, you know, obviously it's an homage to some of those Arkanoid type games. Cool thing about Arkanoid that this game thus far does not have going for itself is it's got cool music. Is that like you would hit different bricks and they would release like it was like almost looked like a pill, and the pill would just kind of drop slowly down, and if you got the paddle underneath the pill, it would give you a power up. The power up could be anything from like shooting lasers out that would break the bricks just by shooting at them, which was my personal favorite, to making your paddle bigger so that it was easier to hit the ball, or make the paddle smaller. Also had there was a large difference in the angle that the ball would take based off of where you hit it on the paddle. That was a big thing. This game doesn't seem to have that. It's just shit no matter where you hit it on the paddle. It's just kind of garbage. But it used to be, yeah, if you hit it on the very edge of the paddle, it would hit the ball out way to the side at an angle, you know. And if you hit it towards the center of the paddle, there would be less of an angle. And you would actually use that manipulation. Ugh, fuck this fucking thing. When you need the ball to go in an exact spot, it's not fucking fun. And that would really help you manipulate. Some of the master players help them manipulate the ball to get it. Like, I know I need the ball to go this way. So if I hit it on the right part of the paddle, it should really, like, see if I hit it on the right side of the paddle, it should move this way. But, oh, that way, because I'm mirrored. Oh, definitely don't want to upload my score. Thanks, you dick. Oh, definitely don't want to put my name in either, you stupid motherfucker. Great. No, it's cool. Okay, how about, fuck Brick Breaker. Hold on, it's going to take me a minute to type all this in. If you see, oh, I love the gamepad. Oh, won't let me do it? Okay, we'll just say fuck then. Because that's the number one thing I think when I play this game is fuck. This game sucks. Next.
Go.
So yeah, no power-ups so far. That's really dumb. It has a thing, yeah, where you have to hit the bricks more than once. That was definitely a level 2 thing with Arkanoid as well. No different here. God, they had such a chance to like make this thing interesting, and they just didn't fucking do anything. They didn't do anything at all with this game. Getting the ball to move friggin' so horizontally that I'm gonna fucking take a goddamn nap in between this stupid shit. Making it really extremely fucking difficult to get the paddle to move in the right place because, again, the fucking delay on this stupid garbage game is so significant that it makes it unplayable. So I would not recommend that anybody, even fans of, I don't even know what happened there, even fans of the old Brick Breaker games, I would steer well clear of this one. Steer well clear. The paddle does not control well. The ball does not is not responsive based on where you hit it on the paddle. There's no like power-ups or anything to make the game like more dynamic, to add more layers to the game. This is it. This is basically it. And even if I had this on like an iPad, I would not play this. It is so terrible. This game is garbage. Yeah, terrible game. Let's see what happens. I don't have multiple players, so we'll see how this fails. Great. Cool, that doesn't work. So we don't get to try out different modes. We'll try out survival. It's the only other mode I can try. Oh my god, can you believe we're only a third of the way through the episode? Boy, I wish there was more to comment on, but there's nothing interesting about this game. There's nothing good about it. The music, I did say the music was good. It's not, super boring music. The sound effects are super boring. Sometimes games like this, you know, they're trying to redo. There's like a Tempest remake that came out recently. You know, they're trying to you know, add some cool like visuals to it. You know, Lord knows it's a PlayStation 4 game. You've got quite a lot of processing power if you want to use it. These guys decided they didn't want to. They didn't. Basically, they're like, what exactly do we need to do to make money off of this game? They're like, well, nothing. You don't really have to do anything. People will buy a game regardless. Oh, okay, great. Then we won't do anything. Really? You don't want to do anything new to the genre? Nothing interesting or new? No. We don't need to do anything new. Let's just ship it out. How quickly can you make this game? I don't know. I could probably make it tonight. I'll probably get it to you finished in the morning. At least a prototype. No. I don't care about a prototype. Let's just publish the prototype. It doesn't have to be good. Max combo. I got some sort of combo that I don't give a shit about. This is nice, though. At least then I don't have to worry about controlling the paddle for a second, which is the worst part of this game. By far. Boy. Kind of running out of things to talk about. I don't know. I'm trying to, you know, we try to pride ourselves on following the rules here on Let's PlayStation Now. I don't want to cut an episode short. The only time I cut an episode short was our infamous APB episode where it was an online game and you couldn't get online, so you literally couldn't get past the opening menu screen. So obviously, I don't want to hang out for 30 minutes on an opening menu screen. But this feels like that. This is going to feel like we're, you know, we already did this one. We're doing it again, just in a different quote-unquote mode. I don't even know what that means. Yes, I'm starting to get used to the controls despite the delays. You can see I'm doing better now than I did at the beginning. But still has weird things like that where if you hit it on the very edge, it just decides it wants to just go down. The ball just defaults to just going downwards. Losing. Oh, cool. Now we're just going to go around. We're going to go around the fucking middle thing and not touch a single brick. Tell you what, I don't want to play this game anymore. Now what do we do? What do we do? I don't want to do this anymore. What else can we do? What else can we do instead of playing this game right now? Basically, we're like halfway through the episode. What can we do? I mean, I'm going to go right out there and say it now. I would just skip this episode. If you've watched this far, good on you. You must be a real dedicated fan to the show. So I appreciate your dedication as a fan. But I don't have no desire to torture you. The only person that really should go through torture playing these games is me. So I would say, if you haven't already, then definitely skip this episode. Go to another episode. Or if you're also trying to challenge yourself by saying you want to watch all the episodes and you don't want to skip any of them, I admire that. You know, it's in the same vein of the spirit of the show in general of enduring things that need to be endured in order to deal with them. But I definitely I give you guys permission. I give you permission to skip this episode. This episode is terrible. I just don't know what else can we talk about? We talked about Arkanoid. Look up Arkanoid. That's a fun game. You could probably get it for free at certain places. There's other Brick Breaker games that are, just Me Too games that are better than this. So if you're just looking for a modern Brick Breaker game that you can play on your phone or something, don't play this one. This one's just called Brick Breaker. It's by Big Ben, like the clock. It's made by a company called Big Ben. So if you see it, Brick Breaker by Big Ben, steer clear of it. Avoid it like the plague. Honestly, really doing anything. Checking your emails would be more interesting than this. you know, it's like I can't even recommend this game for like waiting in line at the DMV or something like that. Like I would not play this game waiting in line somewhere. You know, there's any number of games could be better. Go play Threes. I could recommend that game Threes. That's on phones. That's a fun game where you match numbers and stuff. That's kind of fun. I wish I could think of another brick breaker game that I could recommend that you guys play. God, I used to play the shit out of a game. I don't think it was actually called Arkanoid, but I used to play the shit out of a game on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. That was fun. I used to play that game a lot. But, you know, I played that game because it was responsive. You know, like I want to move the paddle. You can see right there. I wanted to move the paddle just, you know, a millimeter to the side in order to be able to get the ball. Instead, paddle overcompensates, moves a whole inch. Here's me just flicking it. If I flick the thing, it goes a whole, you know, large portion of the screen. So the controls on this are just atrocious. And I think they would be even if I wasn't dealing with the PlayStation Now delay. Anyway, gosh. I don't want this whole episode to be me complaining about stuff. Let's talk about, what do you want to talk about? Brick Breaker, you know, it's an homage to old arcade games. I used to go to the arcades a lot back in the day when they existed in the 80s and early 90s, mid 90s. I used to go to the arcade all the time. My main arcade was called the Western Arcade. I remember it had a big, like, neon, like, the whole back wall of the arcade is a big neon sign that said Western Arcade on it. Super cool. They probably had Arkanoid at some point. Yeah, what? I don't even know what the fuck that was. Hey, guys, want to play the first level again? Let's play the first level again. Yay! Boy, that's a bummer. Oh, we can skip to level 2. That's nice. I don't want to have to play that first level yet another time. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Western Arcade used to go, you know, this was back when I was a wee lad, so like my pops had to drive me there. And so we would like, you know, we would like make a deal. We'd go on weekends, right? So like the deal was that, what's happening? I don't understand. I got a trophy, and I gotta say I don't care. I feel insulted actually that I got a trophy for seemingly doing nothing.
Max combo.
So the deal was that the Western Arcade was right next to a library. Really cool looking library, actually. It has some, like, this sort of 80s concrete aesthetic to it. Super cool. Big library. So we would go to the library. That would be the deal. We would go to the library first, and I would, like, bank up some hours, right? Because I could spend an equal amount of time at the arcade as I did at the library. So I would... How did the ball bounce like that? That's fucking stupid. So I would, you know, I would go to the library and I would do my homework there. I would, you know, if the homework was finished or easy or whatever, I would do some reading, just get some magazines, some books, just read some stuff. God, this game sucks. Get it? Oh, I fucking hate you. Yeah, we would, you know, read for a few hours, and then we would hoof it. I think we would just even walk over. Oh my God, thank God. We get to see another map. Bun. I hate this game so much. Rack up the hours and go to the arcade for a few hours. I wouldn't play Arkanoid, though. Back in the day, boy, what would I play? I mean, I remember when Mortal Kombat came out, talk about a crazy arcade experience. It was this thing, it was like a fighting game, right? But like fighting games it didn't exist. It was just Street Fighter. And Street Fighter was, you know, sort of an animated, cell animation look to it. Mortal Kombat was just like photos of people. It was just like straight up video. and it was like bloody and had all this crazy like, you know, this was before the internet, so yeah, there was a time before the internet. Can you believe it? So like you couldn't like just go online and learn like the moves for a game. So when you would see some guy do a fatality, you're like, what the fuck was that? He just tore off that dude's head. He just pulled that guy's heart out. How did you do that? And they'll be like, I'll never tell you. It's my secret. And you'd just be like, oh man, I gotta learn how to decapitate that guy. I mean, it was a phenomenon. And you would, you would wait in a big line to play some of these guys. And there would just be like one dude who was just friggin' amazing at the game. And then everybody else would just line up. I really hate this part of the game. It's obnoxious. It's loud. It's annoying. The ball goes way too fast for this stupid paddle. Anyway, Mortal Kombat, huh? Pretty cool game. Fun arcade experience. Not Arkanoid, or not Brick Breaker. Arkanoid can be fun. Let's just listen to this stupid synth music for a minute so I don't have to play another thing. We're getting there. We're almost there. I feel like I passed a little more time wistfully talking about arcade experiences.
Go.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I guess, like, I don't know. I was never very good at Street Fighter. I mean, I wasn't good at Mortal Kombat either. But for some reason, I'd be willing to play some friggin' Mortal Kombat. I think a lot of it had to do with that uppercut move. That was a thing. It's like you didn't need to know you didn't even know how to do a fireball or whatever. You know, you could still go up and do that uppercut move. And it would take off so much health, and it would just be like such a big deal. And I was like, all right, I can play this game. I can do it. And you'd slowly learn all the moves and stuff. I remember, what the fuck was that? I remember, speaking of Mortal Kombat and no internet, eventually when the internet did come around towards the late 90s, when we weren't exactly like surfing the web, but you could like download things off of the internet, like files and stuff. They would have entire 200-page list of like all of the moves for Mortal Kombat. I want to say like 3, maybe. Oh my god, I hate this part because it sounds so obnoxious. And I remember I downloaded all of that off of I don't know, it was probably AOL. I downloaded it off of AOL. And then printed all of it out. I remember I went to like my dad's office or something and printed out like 200 pages of Mortal Kombat moves. Those were the days. Wasn't that easy to learn all that stuff, so it was kind of like mysterious. I think that was a huge deal for Mortal Kombat, was being mysterious. Mortal Kombat 2 really leaned into that stuff with like the different types of like, I think they had like animalities, they had different types of fatalities, all these different secrets of things, like different characters that you could unlock or fight, if you met these certain conditions. And then they wouldn't tell anybody about it. They wouldn't release any information about it, and you just had to like slowly through rumors and talking about it. They really understood that sort of hype through, you want to play this level again? Yay! Hype through rumors and, just sort of talking about secrets of the game and stuff. It's super cool. This was always the best part about Brick Breaker, when it would just fucking go nuts and you didn't need to do anything. That was certainly, I think, the most satisfying part of Brick Breaker, when you could just see it bounce off of a million different things. So we probably just experienced the most fun part of the game just then. Hope you enjoyed it. And then arcades died. Eventually arcades died out. Still games like this, though, I feel like stood the test of time maybe more so than any of these other games. Some of these more obscure games or whatever, that would only do well within a giant arcade filled with games, those all died out. But a game like Brick Breaker, you could have that at a bar, on like some sort of like a cocktail machine or something. Like, there's still places where you could perceivably pay someone a quarter to play this game, which I don't recommend. If it was this particular Brick Breaker, I would say do not spend even 25 cents on this game. Even though there's probably literally nothing else you could spend a quarter on these days, I still would not recommend spending any money on this game. This game is awful. It's a shame, though, that there aren't, because, I mean, back in the day, there were Street Fighter 2 and Mortal Kombat. There must have been a ton of cabinets made, just a fucking ton load of those arcade cabinets. Where are they now? They should be all over the place. Any little hole-in-the-wall bar should have a Mortal Kombat machine in it. Why not? Because that was one thing. I mean, I was a kid when I was playing Mortal Kombat in the arcade. I never got to experience Mortal Kombat while drunk. That sounds amazing. I don't think any of those guys in that arcade were drunk either. I mean, you couldn't really get booze anywhere near that arcade. It's mostly just like geeks playing Mortal Kombat. But holy moly, dude. Do you think we're going to beat this level? I kind of don't think we are. I think this one last brick is going to be elusive, but yeah, this game is... What a waste of time. Get it! Oh. Nut. This game sucks. Arcades. What's your guys' favorite arcade games? If you went to an arcade back in the day, or, you know, maybe if it's just like a local pizzeria sort of thing. That's cool too. What what game did you play at the Round Table Pizza over and over again? What was the jam back in the day? Now this one sucks because the columns are so low. It's just like, see, there's not enough time to move the freaking paddle. It's just slow and unresponsive and garbage. What was yours? I remember my Round Table Pizza had I want to say it was like 1942. It was that, you know, that airplane game, you know, an airplane shooter game. It had one of those. I don't know if it ever had a Neo Geo. Neo Geos were tight because they had multiple games in them. And Neo Geo had a game that was like a bubble. I forget what it was called. You know, it was a game where you fired bubbles up from the bottom of the screen. And you needed to connect 3 colors, and that would... They kind of would dangle down like these kind of columns do right here. And you would match 3, and then those bubbles would pop. And if you match 3 like at the top of the column, everything below it would fall. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just don't remember the name of the game right now. That was... Hey, thanks, jerk. That was on there. This game sucks. I don't like this game. Mortal Kombat 2 is what they had at my pizza place. I remember when that first came out, because I was pretty enamored with Mortal Kombat 1, and I didn't expect them, you know, to make another one. Again, there wasn't an internet, or, you know, there wasn't a lot of rumors about arcade games back in the day. There were like magazines, but they were mostly about consoles, home consoles. And I don't remember if they talked much about, or if I knew much about Mortal Kombat 2 before just showing up at my pizza parlor, and it was just there. And everything was so much better. Like, there's more characters. The fucking reptile character, I was all about him. He can turn invisible? A fucking character that turns invisible? Are you kidding me? That's awesome. He spits acid. There was like all sorts of cool stuff. Katana with her fans. She could like knock you up in the air and stuff. Oh man, so cool. I saw that game. I was like, well, I'm gonna be here for a while. I played that game, Round Table Pizza, a lot.
Go.
What was another one? There was another game. Shoot. I forget. It was like a Western themed game where you were. It was like on a single screen, and you were at the bottom of the screen shooting inwards, like into the screen. And they would have trains and stuff like that, and you would run around. Your character would like run around trying not to get hit by bullets, and then there would be like a little like reticle on there that you would move around to shoot stuff. It was Western themed. The funny thing is they did a remake of it recently, and I bought it, and I still remember what the name is. Oh, we did it! The episode's over. Thank God. We actually ran a little long. Brick Breaker. Don't recommend it. You know what I do recommend? Watching all the episodes here on our YouTube channel. It's letspsn.com. www.letspsn.com. Watch all our episodes there. We got a lot of them. We're rapidly approaching 100 episodes, and I'm really excited about it. That means we're like a little under a sixth of the way there. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at letspsn. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, because we need more subscribers for show. Watch those episodes. Subscribe it. You know how it be. All right, we're so done with this. Thank God. Funny thing is, why am I still playing this game? Why am I still playing it? It's done it to me. It's finally, like, broken me. When they say brick breaker, they don't mean breaking bricks. They mean break your soul. My soul has been broken. Okay, watch the next episode. Bye. I'm going over here. Boom, boom, boom. This game sucks a lot. Dunk, 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 dunk. I really hate this game. This game's really dumb.